Hello, everyone. Today, I'm here to present our research on securing artificial intelligence, exploring attack scenarios, and defense strategies. The authors of the paper are İrem Zehra Altun, a data science researcher, that's me, and Abdurrahman Emre Özgür, Deputy Director of Cybersecurity Institute at TÜBİTAK Bilgem. In today's rapidly evolving technological landscape, artificial intelligence has permeated virtually every sector, heralding transformative advancements. However, with its integration into our daily operations comes an unsettling reality. Many AI applications are alarmingly vulnerable to a myriad of threats. Driven by this urgent concern, our study examines the nuances of these vulnerabilities, providing a view of both attack and defense methods. Our journey began with a rigorous review of the existing literature, which revealing a wide range of attack methods targeting AI systems. What we found was both enlightening and alarming. Despite the abundance of work on AI security measures, there was a glaring gap in the comprehensive treatment of existing offensive and defensive strategies together. To fill this critical gap, our research includes attacker techniques and in parallel specific defensive strategies to counter each attack. I will talk about a practical assessment checklist we have prepared to enable organizations to quickly assess their security maturity and identify potential vulnerabilities. Then I will complete the presentation with the conclusion part. Let's start with data poisoning attack, which is one of the attack methods. This attack involves malicious manipulation of training data, injection of toxic data, or modification of labels, which can compromise the machine learning model during its training phase. To combat this, data validation plays a critical role. It ensures the integrity, consistency, and format of data, involving model accuracy by controlling data quality. Secure data storage methods also protect against unauthorized data manipulation. In addition, data sanitization methods detect and eliminate toxic data patterns to maintain model performance. Ensemble learning further diversifies predictions by combining multiple models trained on different subsets of data, reducing the impact of toxic data. Moving on to model poisoning attacks, these attacks target the parameters of the model to produce false or misleading results. To minimize their impact, regularization methods help the model generalize better, thereby increasing its robustness. Chronic methods remove redundant neurons activated by malicious instances, making the model more resistant to backdoor attacks. Cryptographic techniques also protect model parameters from unauthorized access or modification, improving overall security. For distributed model poisoning attacks, examining local updates from client devices through cross-validation and spectral anomaly detection identifies and excludes malicious updates while preserving model integrity. Next, we have evasion attacks, also known as adversarial examples. These exploit weaknesses in ML models by making subtle changes to the input data, leading to incorrect outputs. Adversarial training can improve model robustness by generating adversarial examples during training, making the model more resilient to perturbations. Regularization techniques and ensemble learning further strengthen the model's defenses by preventing overfitting and reducing reliance on a single model. Input validation is also essential, ensuring that inputs meet predefined criteria to prevent input manipulation attacks. Prompt injection attacks target vulnerabilities in large language models by injecting strategically crafted queries into input data. To defend against these, integrating contextual analysis and comprehensive stress testing can improve defense against coding approaches that evade keyword-based strategies. Database permission hardening restricts unauthorized SQL operations, and information preloading minimizes the risk of sharing sensitive data. Rewriting SQL queries programmatically enhances security measures, ensuring only authorized user information is accessed. In model inversion attacks, an attacker attempts to reconstruct sensitive information about the training data by observing the model's outputs. Since these attacks are carried out by examining the relationship between inputs and outputs, their impacts can be reduced by using the following prevention methods. These are input validation, model transparency, retain model, differential privacy, label, model, and data perturbation, regularization techniques, limit query speed, and access control. Due to time limitation, I will try to convey the logic by explaining only a few of them. By retaining the model with the different architectures and parameters and adding noise to the data with the data perturbation technique, it becomes difficult to formulate the relationship between inputs and outputs. By limiting the query speed, it can be made more difficult for the attacker to perform iterative queries, and the attacker can be deterred. Membership inference attack is similar to model inversion, but it aims to detect whether a certain data points are used by compromising privacy in training. In this attack, an attempt is made to establish a connection between input and output through recursive queries. To increase security, shuffling training data causes sensitive information to be hidden, and trimming of the datasets limits the information potential attackers can access. Regularization techniques, differential privacy, label, model, and data perturbation, speed limit, and access control make it difficult to establish a relationship between inputs and outputs. Model extraction attacks involve obtaining an AI model's internal architecture or parameters. Retraining the model from scratch with different architectures reduces the effectiveness of cloned models. Differential privacy techniques hinder model extraction, and encryption methods protect against tampering with model parameters. Watermarking allows owners to detect stolen models, and speed limit and access control measures introduce delays and restrict query operations to inhibit model stealing. Supply chain attacks manipulate machine learning libraries within the software supply chain, as seen with the Touchwritten incident on PyPy. To prevent such attacks, verifying digital signatures of packages and regular code reviews are essential. Updating software packages and using a virtual environments can help mitigate risks. Transfer learning attacks exploit relationship between source and target models. To defend against them, secure and transported training data is essential. Also, injecting neural distances can increase the dissimilarity from the source model. Model skewing attacks manipulate training data distribution to change model learning behavior. It achieves this by intervening in the feedback loop of MLOps systems. The following strategies can be applied. Access control measures prevent unauthorized access, and data validation procedures ensure feedback data reliability. Data cleansing techniques improve the data quality, and anomaly detection methods identify suspicious feedback data patterns. Additionally, retraining the model with updated data can be used to prevent these attacks. Model denial of service attacks or sponge attacks overwhelm a model's computational resources. Resource monitoring sets predefined thresholds to prevent resource exhaustion. Input validation checks user inputs, and data sanitization techniques remove harmful elements from inputs. Lastly, auditing and monitoring practices play a pivotal role in AI model security. Additionally, penetration tests are used to improve overall security by identifying potential vulnerabilities. So there are common defense methods used for different attacks. That's why we have prepared a checklist of existing defense methods we have researched, so that AI developers can more easily implement prevention methods and develop more robust systems. As you've seen, this checklist also includes more methods on how defense methods can be applied. In conclusion, We have not only pinpointed these vulnerabilities and defenses, but also proposed actionable measures for AI security. As a next step, we'll craft a secure AI development guide, evaluate our checklist in real-world AI pipelines, and develop tools for its implementation. Thank you for your listening. If you have any questions or suggestions about the study, you can contact me via these addresses. I would be happy to answer them. Stay well.